everyone, War Game Workshop here with another video. Today we're going to be discussing the Tau Pathfinder team. They are a pretty good unit, and bringing them in today is one of my friends who does play the Tau Empire. So here he is.
Hey guys, this is your local authoritarian here. For more information on how to correctly pronounce the Tau Empire, you can visit my channel, Your Local Authoritarian, where I produced a short on how to pronounce it correctly. Anyway, let's jump straight into the Pathfinder team. What should I talk about first?
So normally we usually just talk about like what this unit is, kind of who's in it, and what like the abilities, some more like the main abilities are.
Nice. Okay, so for the Tau Pathfinder team, they have the keywords of infantry, grenades, Markolite, and of course Pathfinder team. And for their war gear options, they have 6 models that just have a pulse rifle and pulse carbine. Pulse carbine and pulse pistol. Then they have 1 Pathfinder Shisui. I probably butchered that. With 1 gravity inhibitor drone, pulse accelerator drone, or in my case, a recon drone. The whole model itself can have a gun drone, a marker drone, or a shield drone. I chose, of course, a gun drone and a shield drone. And then up to 3 Pathfinders can have a special weapon, either the ion rifle or the rail rifle. And of course, my models, we have 2 rail rifles and then 1 iron rifle. What should I mention next?
So you can talk about just what the lore of this unit is, that kind of a thing, and just like what they do.
In terms of the Pathfinder lore, I don't know too much, although assuming they're kind of a more basic team, unlike some heroes like the Farsight or the Ethereals, they probably don't have too much lore. However, in terms of stats, so for stats of the Pathfinder team, we got 25 inches diameter for plates, movement of 7 inches, toughness of 3 inches, saving throw of 4+, wounds of 1, leadership of 7+, and objective control of 1. So overall, pretty alright. And then we got some range weapons. First is for the recon drone, the drone burst cannon, 18 inches of range, 4 shots fired, ballistic skill of 5+, strength of 5, armor piercing of none, and damage of 1. So it's pretty alright for mowing down some termagants. Next we got the ion rifle standard, which has the range of 30 inches, fires 3 shots, ballistic skill of 5+, strength of 7, armor piercing of 1, and damage of 1, which is pretty good. But then my personal favorite, the ion rifle overcharge, which has hazardous. Both ion rifles have heavy, by the way. This one fires 3 rounds, ballistic skill of 5+, strength of 8, armor piercing of -2, and damage of 2, which I would say is pretty good, especially for firing at some pretty high saving throw targets. Next, we got the pulse carbine, one of the more basic weapons, which you see most of them holding. It has a range of 20 inches, 2 shots fired, 4+ ballistic skill, 5 strength, 0 armor piercing, and 1 damage. Then we got the pulse pistol, which has the pistol keyword, meaning you can fire in melee range, which is the range of 12 inches, 1 shot fired, 4+ ballistic skill, 5 strength, 0 armor piercing, and 1 damage. Next we got a rail rifle, which has devastating wounds and heavy. It has a range of 30 inches, has 1 shot fired, ballistic skill of 5+, strength of 10, and armor piercing of -4, and damage of 3. So really good for firing at high health, high saving throw targets. And then we got the semi-automatic grenade launchers. I don't have any in my combat patrol specifically, however, you can. They both have anti-vehicle 4+ and devastating wounds. So first I got the semi-automatic grenade launcher, EMP, 18 inches of range, 1 shot fired, 4+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 0 armor piercing, and 1 damage. Keep in mind, this one's meant for vehicles. And then we got the Fusion semi-automatic grenade launcher, which has a range of 18 inches, 1 shot fired, 4+ ballistic skill, 6 strength, armor piercing of -1, and damage of 3.
So I just have a quick question about that. Are the semi-automatic grenade launchers, are those included in the box, or were those just not an option?
I don't quite remember, but I don't think they were, because I would have included them probably. But let's move straight on to their only melee weapon, close combat weapon, which has 1 shot fired, weapon skill of 5+, strength of 3, armor piercing of 0, and damage of 1. So, as you've probably seen, you should not bring the Tau into melee.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we got their war gear options. So first, the Shasui, which I probably butchered the name of, can be equipped with one of the following: one gravity inhibitor drone, or one pulse accelerator drone, or my choice, one recon drone. And then water model in this unit can also be equipped with two gun drones, one marker drone, two gun drones, or two marker drones, or two shield drones. And you can mix and match as long as you have two.
All right, and I think we already talked about like the main unit composition. Unless there's anything else, I don't play the Tau, so I'm not quite sure.
Only 3 of the models can be equipped with special weapons, so like ion rifles and rail rifles. Their factions, of course, for the greater good. And then, man, I've been talking a lot about stats. Next, we got some other abilities and war gear abilities. So they have target uploaded once per turn. When using the greater good ability, they can select that unit to be an observer unit. When doing so, they can change the enemy's unit into the unit spotted unit. So essentially, they can spot things without a marker drone. And then they got the pulse accelerator drone, which can add up to 6 inches to the range characteristic of pulse carbines equipped in the model. Gravity inhibitor drone, which can subtract 2 from the charge rolls made by any enemy unit that declares a charge against this unit. And the recon drone. And this barrier is included with 1 drone burst cannon, and the barrier's unit has the infiltrator's ability. I think that is all for the stats, and I'm not going to go into the depths of stratagems today.
Yeah, I think we need to do that. So the best thing they have is that they can they can basically spot for 2 different units at the same time. Is that what I'm hearing from?
Yeah, they can spot without the help of a marker drone, which means they're really good for supporting like a team that could dish out more damage, like a strike team or breacher team, or helping battle suits.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. All right, so yeah, I would say this is a pretty good unit, although I haven't played as them. What do you think?
I know the Pathfinder team was the first Tau unit I bought. I thought the Tau looked really cool, so I bought this fun gang of dudes. So what else do we got for the video?
Just final thoughts on if you think the viewers should buy this or not.
Yeah, well, the Pathfinder team, it's around $45 for the 90 points, so it's got a 2-to-1 point ratio, and of course that doesn't include tax or shipment fee if you're buying it off a website. But I think the Tau Pathfinder team is really good for support, especially if, like, again, you have any other heavy hitters. I know this is the first model I bought, but I would definitely recommend, like, buying it after getting a strike team or such, so that way you actually like know what you're going to be supporting. But I would say overall, I might recommend the Pathfinder team. It really depends on the army you have. Of course, like if you have a lot more infantry units which you could support with your Pathfinders, they'd be a lot better.
Yeah, these guys are pretty cool. They look cool. They are pretty good on the tabletop. I was playing one of our other Tau players the other day, and these guys were annihilating my Space Marines, so I would say they are pretty good, especially with those pulse weapons. So for now, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Remember to visit my channel for your local authoritarian, and I will be back to review Riptide battlesuits, Commander and Enforcer battlesuit, and several other Tau models. So that'll be all for me right now.
Yep, I was enlightened by his video on how to pronounce the Tau Empire. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.